Now that we know exactly what we want to build for each of our three devices, let's actually go and do it. Now, before we actually go and build these three layouts, what I want to do first is I want to adjust our large or our desktop layout. So this is exactly what we built in the previous course. I want to make some adjustments to this before we actually proceed in terms of the process of building our responsive design. So here we go. It's going to be nice and easy. I'm going to flip over to my coding application, Coda, of course. And inside Coda, I have style.css opened up. This, of course, is the style sheet for the Starker's Naked WordPress theme. Open this guy up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down just a little bit into the high-res or the desktop list of CSS rules. I'm going to go and find the master ID selector, which, of course, you and I built in the previous course, and I'm going to get rid of them. Okay, go ahead and toast them. All right, good stuff. Go ahead and save up your work. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I need to go and make some adjustments to some of our PHP files. So give me a moment here. I'm going to head down to my Finder. I'm inside my theme directory. I'm going to head into Parts, Shared, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up header.php. Go ahead and pop this guy open inside your coding application. Now, inside this document, I don't expect you to remember this from our earlier course, but inside this PHP file, we begin the master div. And if you'll recall, it's the master div that contains the entire layout that you and I had built. I'm going to get rid of this div by selecting the opening div inside header.php and getting rid of them, just like so, saving up my work. And then this guy closes actually inside footer.php, which you may or may not recall. So let's go and open up footer.php, pop this guy open. Give me a second, I'll zoom in on my code so you can see what I'm doing. And there's the closing div tag, the last line inside footer.php. Go ahead and get rid of that and save up your work. Okay? All right, good stuff. Now, if you want, as a point of interest, you can head back to your browser here. I'm not inside ScreenFly right now. I'm just inside the regular browser for the time being. Go ahead and refresh your work, and we wind up with something like this. So the entire layout now, as you can see, expands to fill the entire width of the browser window. The master container is no longer, so there's nothing to contain the layout. The layout's kind of spilling across the entire available browser window width. Now, I want to do something about that, and the something that I'm going to do is I'm going to go and create another div and a class to go with it called container. Let me show you exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to head back to Coda, my coding application. I'm going to head back to header.php, which I still have kicking around. Inside the header element, I'm going to go and insert this new div that I'm talking about. I'm going to go open angle bracket div, and I'm going to apply a class to them, class called container. There we are. So class equals, and then in quotes, container. All right. Closing quote, closing angle bracket like so. And then I'm going to close this div just before the header element closes. Okay, so something like this. Okay, so in other words, what I'm doing here is I'm wrapping or I'm placing all of the content that you and I originally had sitting inside the header now into a div, which is going to be under the control of a class called container. Let's go and create container. So go ahead and save up header.php. And since I have the name of the class selected already, I'm going to copy him. And then I'm going to head back to style.css. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of my list of high-res display CSS rules. Okay, so I'm looking for the beginning of the medium-res display rules. We'll get to those guys, of course, in due time. At the bottom of my list of high-res CSS rules, I'm going to type in period and then paste. So dot container form the class that you and I are about to go and create. And I'll go and throw in a pair of curly brackets or squiggly brackets for this guy. All right. Now, this is going to be the container element for the high-res display. So I'm going to set a width on this guy of 940 pixels. You can change that if you want. You can go 960 if you want, or perhaps even 1,000 pixels. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to stick with the 940 myself for the time being. I'm going to set a height on this guy of 100%, like so, and then some margin. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of shorthand here. Margin top bottom is going to be 0, left and right is going to be auto. That will center anything that appears inside a div under the control of the container class. Okay, so in other words, when I save up my work here and head back to my browser and refresh, now what happens is the content that sits inside the header, namely the logo, the menu, and the call to action button here, are now centered inside the header area of our layout. Okay, perfect. So, in other words, the header itself is going to span right across the entire width of the web browser. This is the change that I want to make, but I want to restrict the width of the contents of the header, and I did so by setting up this container div. Okay? Now, we're going to use the container div in a few different areas throughout our layout. What we'll do in the next exercise is we'll get the hero section cleaned up and ready to go for our responsive design. Let's go and do that.